Hi, welcome to your practice today. Today we have a warrior woman practice. So let's begin. Come into tabletop, hands and knees. You can sway your hips from side to side. And then bring the right toes to the back of the mat. And we'll shift the weight from forward to back, beginning to wake up through the core. So pull your belly button up towards your spine, taking the sagging out of your belly. And we'll change sides. Just starting to wake up a little bit here. Left toes to the back of the mat, shifting your weight from front to back. And release. Bring some movement to the spine. Let the belly sag down now for cow. You can continue moving your hips from side to side. And we'll round to cat. Still moving organically, letting your spine wake up. Cow, belly sagging towards the mat. And cat, rounding. Now we'll go through some movement on the breath. Inhale for cow. Exhale, cat. Inhale, cow. Exhale, cat. One more. Inhale. Exhale. Then we'll inhale the right leg up. Left toes are tucked. Right toes are pointed down towards the mat. And we'll stretch the right toes long, pointing the foot, and then flex, point, flex, point, all the while we're pulling the belly up towards the spine, protecting the back. One more, and we'll release, change side. Left toes back and up. Left foot is flexed, right toes tucked, and then we'll point the left toes, flex, point, continue on your own. Just waking up the ankle, the calves, starting to engage into the hamstrings, the quads, the core is waking up, the arms are supporting. There's a lot going on here in this very simple pose. And release. Then we'll shift back for a moment into puppy pose, stretching through the shoulders. And then returning to hands and knees. We'll bring the right foot to the back of the mat. Now we'll start to open up the hips to the right. We'll inhale, and then on the exhale, curving back towards the center, bringing the belly up towards the spine. Inhale, open. Exhale, squaring the hips, pulling the belly up and in. Go through a few more of these motions. Moving on your breath. And then we'll change sides. Left toes back, we'll open, and then curl. On your breath. Coming back to center. We'll kick the right leg back and up. This time we'll begin to pulse up towards the ceiling. Pulsing it up. The first round, the foot is flexed, toes are pointed down towards the mat. Pressing it up. Feel those hamstrings and glutes working. A few more pulses. Return the foot to the mat, switch sides. Left foot back, up. Foot is flexed, and begin to pulse up. Belly button pulling in, protecting your back. A few more. back into a narrow knee child's pose, bringing your arms with you. And then rising back up, return to tabletop. We'll bring the right foot to the back of the mat, lift the foot, keeping the toes flexed towards the mat. We'll move into some three-pointed push-ups. So start to bend into the arms, dipping your nose towards the mat, and then pressing up. We'll go nice and slow here. And lots of time to work into those arms. That's 3, we'll do 2 more. Last one. All right, then we'll switch sides. Left leg raises up, foot is flexed. Moving into 5 more push-ups. Nice and slow. Keeping those elbow points forward, just like you're moving through a chaturanga. 2 more. And release. We'll stretch forward into puppy pose now, stretching out the arms. And then returning to tabletop one more time. Shift the right foot back and up. This time point the toes, and then we'll bend into the right knee, and then we'll pulse up towards the ceiling again. Just using those glutes and hamstrings. Send those toes up towards the sky. Continue breathing. And we'll switch sides. Left toes back, lift the leg, point the toes, bending through the left knee, and then pulsing. Keep going. Just a few more. Okay, and then knees wide on the mat, wide-legged child's pose, forehead to the mat. Coming back through hands and knees, push up and back into downward facing dog. And pedal out through the feet. And then pressing your chest towards the mat, finding length. Nice deep breaths. All right, we don't want to leave our calves out in our work, so we'll move through some calf raises. First, both feet together. Shifting up, back, back. Move through 10 of these. It's 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Heels pressed down towards the mat. We'll inhale the right leg up to the sky, and then we'll press through the left foot. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Right foot returns to the mat. We'll switch sides. Left leg up, pressing through the right calf. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Woo. Return the left foot to the mat. Bend your knees, look to the top. Step and fold. ragdoll forward fold. You can reach for opposite elbow creases and let your head hang. Bend through the knees as much as you need. Let the back release. Let the head release. Nice stretch through the backs of the legs. And then release. Bend the knees, move into a halfway lift. And forward fold. Inhale, rise up, stretching your arms up to the sky. And hands to your heart. Close your eyes. Take in a few deep breaths here. Open the eyes. Let your hands fall to the side. Mountain pose. Move through some sun salutations. Inhale the arms up. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, hands to the mat. Lower. Inhale to cobra. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale, lift to the top. Exhale, step and fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, sweep high. Exhale, hands to heart center. Breath in, breath out. Inhale, sweep up. Exhale, fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, step back and lower. Inhale, cobra. Exhale, downward facing dog. Breath in, breath out. Inhale, look to the top. Exhale, step and fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, rise. Exhale, hands to heart center. Breath in, breath out. Move through one more of these. Inhale the arms up. Exhale, fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, step back and lower. Inhale, cobra. Exhale, downward facing dog. Breath in, breath out. Inhale, look to the top. Exhale, step and fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, sweep high. Exhale, hands to heart center. Breath in, breath out. Inhale the arms up. Exhale, dive. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, step back to downward dog. Stay here for a breath. And inhale the right leg up. Exhale, step forward, rising up into warrior one. The right toes are pointed forward. The left toes are at a 45-degree angle. Breathing through a tall spine, fingertips stretching up to the sky, squaring the hips to face forward. Breathing here. Inhale. Exhale. Return the hands to the mat. Step back to downward dog. Inhale the left leg up. Exhale, step forward. Warrior one, rising up. Nice deep breaths here, steady gaze. Inhale, exhale, hands to the mat, step back to downward facing dog. Inhale, look to the top, exhale, step and fold. Inhale, sweep to chair pose. Sinking down, weight moving towards your heels, tailbone tucking under, arms are lifting. Nice steady breaths here. Inhale and exhale, release, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, press back to downward dog. Inhale, the right leg up. Exhale, shifting forward to plank, crunch, knee to nose. Inhale, sweep the leg high. Exhale, crunch. Inhale, lift. Exhale, crunch. Two more. Lift. Crunch. Lift. Crunch. Lift. And then step forward, rising up into warrior one. And then hands to heart center, stepping open into warrior two. You can shift your feet a little bit now so they're on one single plane. Gazing over the right fingertips, sinking forward, right knee over the right ankle. Inhale, reverse warrior, right arm up. And cartwheel the hands to the mat. Step back to downward facing dog. Inhale the left leg high. Exhale, crunch, knee to nose. Move through 5 of these. Lift, crunch, lift, crunch, lift, crunch. One more. Lift, crunch, and then we'll lift. Step forward, rising up. Warrior one. And then hands to heart center, opening into warrior two. Gazing over the left fingertips. Inhale, reverse warrior. Stay here a few breaths. And then cartwheel the hands down. Step back to downward facing dog. Inhale, bend your knees, look to the top. Exhale, step and fold. Inhale, sweep into chair pose. Stay for a breath. And release, forward fold. And then inhale, the arms all the way up to the sky. Exhale, mountain pose. Close your eyes. Stay for a few breaths. Eyes open. Inhale, sweep the arms up. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, move through a vinyasa. Inhale to your back bend. Exhale, downward dog. Inhale the right leg up. Exhale, crunch. Inhale, lift. Crunch. Lift. Crunch. 2 more. 1 more. Lift and then step forward. Warrior 1, arms up. Opening warrior 2. Inhale, reverse. Exhale, extended side angle. Right elbow, right knee. Left arm sweeps up and over. We'll inhale, reverse warrior. Exhale, hands to the mat. Step back, downward facing dog. Inhale the left leg up. Exhale, crunch. Lift. Crunch. Lift. Crunch. 2 more. Lift. Step. Rise up to warrior 1. Inhale. Exhale, warrior 2. Inhale, reverse. Exhale, extended side angle. Stay here. Inhale, reverse warrior. Exhale, hands to the mat. Step back to downward dog. Inhale, bend the knees and look forward. Exhale, step, fold. Inhale, chair pose. Up on your tippy toes. We'll stay here in chair. Breathing. And then sink the heels. Rise up, sink, rise up, 3 more, 2, 1, sink a little lower, and fold, release. Bring your feet a little bit wider apart, peace fingers reach for your big toes, and fold in. And we'll release that. Step your feet a little wider apart to mat width, and then we'll sink down into Malasana. Elbows pressing your knees wide, tall through the spine, tall through the crown of the head. Nice deep breaths. Inhale. Exhale, release into a forward fold. And roll up into standing. Mountain pose. Close your eyes. 3 breaths. Open your eyes. All right, we'll step to the center of the mat. We'll ground the weight into the right foot. Hands will start at hips. Bring your left toes behind you, facing down on the mat. We'll start to shift the weight forward. Moving into a warrior 3. You can bring your hands to heart center, staying in this prayer position. Or if you'd like, you can move into the full expression of the pose, stretching your arms out in front of you, holding warrior 3. One more breath in, breath out. We'll come out of the pose the same way we came into it. Hands to your hips, rising up, step feet together. Breath in, side away. And we'll try the other side. Hands to hips, grounding down your weight into the left foot. Right toes move behind you. Begin to hinge forward, shifting your weight. You can bring your hands to heart center. Stay here, or start to bring your arms forward. Strong and long, balancing here. One more breath. And come out of the pose, same way you came in. Feet together, breath in. Open your mouth. Let it go. All right, we'll move in through one more round with a little bit of variation. Ground into the right foot, left toes to the back of the mat. Begin to shift the weight forward. And then this time, we'll reach for the right thigh. The left leg is still stretched long behind us. Now we begin to bend the right knee, balancing, bending and straightening. We'll move through 3 rounds of these. And then release. Breath in, breath out. One more to go. We can do it. Hands to hips, right toes behind you. Shifting forward, raising the right leg. Hands come together at the top of the left thigh. And then we'll bend into the left knee. 3 rounds, balancing. And stepping back out. All right, hands together. We'll step the feet wide apart. Arms stretch wide, star pose, and forward fold, Prasarita. Let it go. Whatever happened in those balancing poses, just let it go. Part of the practice is that wobbling and then finding your balance again. Falling out of the pose and then returning to it. And then whatever happened in that pose, just letting it go, moving on to the next pose, being in the present moment. Come into a halfway lift, and let's just twist it out. Tent the left fingers beneath your face, stretch the arms, the right arm up, twisting to the right, rinsing, releasing. Anything that came before this, just rinse it out. Breath in, exhale, switching sides, right hand down, left arm up. One more breath, and release back into the fold. Hands to hips, bend through the knees, rising all the way up. Step your feet together, turn in the face the front of your mat, palms face forward, mountain pose. Close your eyes and just feel. Open your eyes. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, release, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale. One more vinyasa. Shifting forward to plank, lower. Inhale to your back bend. Exhale, downward facing dog. We'll inhale the right leg up, open dog, opening the hips to the right, and then stepping that right foot all the way over behind you. We'll spin onto the side of the left foot, and then stretch open into wild thing. Looking where your fingertips are reaching, opening through the chest. And then rotating back through center, downward facing dog. Left leg will lift, open dog, opening the hips to the left, and then stepping all the way over outside your mat, coming to the outside edge of your right foot, opening wild thing. And release, coming back to downward facing dog. And we'll lift the right leg, shift it forward, stepping out to the outside edge of your mat, moving into lizard pose. So you can stay right here with your right knee pushing out to the side. Just make sure that your toes and your knees are facing in the same direction. You can stay up on your hands, or you can lower down onto your forearms, lizard pose. One more breath here. And we'll place our weight onto the left arm or forearm. And start to reach your right arm back. Bend into the left knee. And then maybe you can reach for that left foot. Moving into a twist here. One more breath. And release. Move into a half split here, hurdler's pose. So the right leg will straighten out in front of you. Fingertips moving forward towards your foot, and then fold over knee to nose. And then we'll bring the foot towards the left side of you. The knee falls out to the right side, moving into a half pigeon. Left leg is long behind you, top of the foot pressing towards the mat. You can stay here. If you need a block under your right hip for support, you can place it there. And then if it's comfortable and you have the space, you can begin to fold forward, head down, relaxing into half pigeon. And then rising back up, press up and back into downward facing dog, pedal out through the legs, and shake it out. And we'll sweep the left leg up, stepping forward now to the side, sitting up for lizard pose, finding the shape that's comfortable for you. can stay right here. You can begin to press the knee out to the side, keeping the knee in direction with your toes. And you can sink down onto your forearms, breathing into lizard pose. And shift your weight onto your right hand or right forearm. Reaching back with the left hand, trying to find your right foot. If it doesn't reach, that's fine. Just keep your hand moving in that direction, rotating into the twist in whichever shape is right for your body. One more breath. And release. Moving forward into the half split hurdler pose. Left toes facing up towards the sky. Fingertips forward, folding knee to nose. Release that. Continue moving right foot across the mat. The knee falls open. Moving into half pigeon pose. You can shift your hips from side to side until you find that center place that feels just right for this pose. When you feel balanced, if you have the space, you can start to shift forward. Settling into half pigeon. And then releasing out of this pose, just swing the right leg around in front of you. Bring the legs long onto the mat. Arms stretch up. And folding forward, reaching for your toes. You can find your shins, your ankles, your feet. Nice deep breaths, cooling down. And then release. Step the right foot over the left leg, going tall through the spine, and then with your left arm reaching around to find your right leg, twisting, looking over your right shoulder, seated twist. And we'll release, change sides. Right leg long on the mat, left foot steps over, growing tall through the spine, right arm reaching around your left leg, gazing over the left shoulder. And release. Both legs long on the mat. Then we'll lie down all the way onto your back. Full body stretch. And release. And do just a little bit of ab work before we finish. Hands behind your head, legs long, tummy pulls down. Inhale, exhale. Curl up and then stay for the count of 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Release. Inhale, exhale. Second set, inhale, exhale, curl up. This time, lift the right leg, and then switch, left, right, left, right, left. That's 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And release. Breathing in and out. And then last set, inhale, exhale, curling up. This time, move at your own pace, just kicking the feet. And then bending the knees in, 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 kick the feet, and then bend. One more time. One more each side, and release. Bring your knees into your chest. Give yourself a big hug. You can rock from side to side, release through the back. Reaching for your feet, happy baby. Big breath in. Stick out your tongue, lion's breath. And then release your legs long on the mat. Inhale. Let it go. Shavasana. Big inhale. Exhale. Rolling over on one side. Press up into a seat. Bring your hands to heart center. Breathe in for one Om. Om. Thank you for joining me in this practice. You are a strong warrior woman. Namaste.